the many branches of the family tree. Hello there, friends. My name is Lumina, and I am so glad you're here to join me. Today, we are looking at a very special map. Not one made of paper, but one made of people. After the Great Flood, Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, stepped out into a brand new world. God blessed them and told them to grow their families and fill the earth. From these 3 brothers, every nation and language we know today began to grow, like branches on a giant, beautiful tree. Let's start with Japheth. His family moved toward the coastlands and the islands. His sons, like Gomer and Magog, became the ancestors of people who lived by the sea. They were the first to spread out into their own lands, each group developing its own way of speaking and its own unique culture. Can you imagine the excitement of finding new shores and seeing the vast ocean for the very first time? Next, we look at the descendants of Ham. Ham had 4 sons, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. His family grew very quickly and moved into many different regions, including the lands of Africa and parts of the Middle East. Each son started a line of people that would build great cities. From Cush came the people of the south, and from Mizraim came the people who lived along the great rivers. One of Ham's grandsons was a man named Nimrod, who was the son of Cush. The Bible tells us that Nimrod was the first mighty man on the earth. He was a very famous and powerful hunter, and people used to say, "He is like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord." Nimrod didn't just hunt, though. He was a leader who began to build the very first great kingdoms, including the famous city of Babel. Ham's youngest son, Canaan, also had many children. His firstborn was Sidon, and from him and his brothers, the many clans of the Canaanites spread out. Their land reached from the city of Sidon all the way down toward Gaza and over toward the cities of the valley. It was a vast area where many different families settled, each building their own homes and planting their own vineyards. Now, let's talk about Shem. Shem is the ancestor of all the children of Eber. His family stayed in the regions of the east. Shem's sons were Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. These families were very important because they were the line through which many stories of faith would be told. They built their lives around the hills and valleys, staying close to the roots of their heritage. Many generations later, a man named Eber was born into Shem's family. Eber had 2 sons. He named one of them Peleg, which means division, because it was during his lifetime that the people of the earth began to be divided and scattered. While the family tree was growing tall, the branches were starting to reach out in many different directions, farther than ever before. Eber's other son was named Joktan. Joktan had a very large family, 13 sons in total. These sons, including Almodad and Shilif, moved toward the mountain ranges in the east. Imagine having 13 brothers all traveling together to find a new home. They settled in the high places and the valleys, adding even more branches to the family tree of Shem. So from Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the whole earth was repopulated. Genesis chapter 10 shows us that every person, no matter where they live or what language they speak, is part of one big, incredible family. The clans spread out by their languages, their lands, and their nations. It was a time of great growth and new beginnings, as the world became a tapestry of different cultures, all starting from one family. Isn't it wonderful to see how God kept his promise to Noah? The lesson we learn from this table of nations is that every person is important and has a place in God's world. Even though we might look different or live far apart, we are all connected by our history and by the God who created us all. He knows every name on every branch of the tree. Thank you for exploring the family tree with me today. We'll see you in the next chapter of the Bible.